want to extend those credits for 1 to 3 years, while Republicans oppose the extension or ask for spending cuts in return. So far, lawmakers don't seem any close to a compromise.
I want all money going to the people and let the people buy their own health care. It'll be unbelievable. They'll do a great job. They'll get much better health care at a much lower cost.
The Republican legislation that will be on the floor this week does nothing to keep health care affordable for everyday Americans, and they know it.
And a House vote could come as soon as this week. All right, it's another cold start today. Let's check in with Logan on the roof with your forecast. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Tom. Yeah, certainly a cold start. We had temperatures into the teens, some spots single digits, but today stays cold, but we will start to see a little bit of a warming trend here over at least the coming days. As we take a look at numbers right now, currently into the teens and 20s, 24 in Tunkhannock, 19 Montrose, 19 currently in Mount Pocono, and 22 in Williamsport. At least those winds, not bad. They're around 5 miles per hour, so not making it feel even colder with that wind chill. So at least they'll remain pretty light here for the rest of the afternoon. Satellite radar showing quiet conditions. We'll have mostly to partly sunny sky here for today. Still looks to stay dry and quiet. And Tom, we're talking about a mild stretch of weather, but also mix of rain and snow. All those details in just a few minutes.
Logan, thanks. Well, conversations surrounding data centers usually come with a laundry list of concerns. Many wonder about how much energy those centers consume and the added cost for customers. 2822's Avery Nape spoke with utility experts to find out what they're doing to address those fears.
PPL has pledged 20.5 gigawatts of power, enough to power around 2,000 homes for an entire year, to data centers across Pennsylvania. PPL says those agreements are confidential, but many are left to wonder what the increased demand could mean for the grid and, more importantly, the customer's monthly bill.
We have been investing in our transmission grid and our distribution grid for years now, so that our grid is ready to connect customers who want to connect to our grid.
And that includes data centers. According to Burns, the agreements come with energy and financial terms that would protect residential users from additional costs. She also says data center customers would be financially responsible for any grid upgrades that benefit them, would share the cost of all other grid upgrades, and may actually lower transmission costs for other customers.
We expect that with the first gigawatt of data centers that come online, customers will see about a 10% decrease in their transmission system costs.
It's no secret that PPL has requested an increase to their distribution rates. If approved as is by the Pennsylvania Utility Commission, the company is set to receive a more than $356 million revenue boost. A boost they say is driven by upgrades to the smart grid and protecting their lines from trees and inclement weather. But that hasn't stopped people from speculating.
Data center development in our service territory is not driving the distribution base rate request.
Water usage has also been a major concern for those involved. American Water treats data centers with the same consistency as other major commercial and industrial accounts, applying equitable rates and contracts. At the same time, we recognize the unique demand patterns of these facilities and are open to offering differentiated treatment when justified by operational needs or customer profiles. While the impacts of data center development has yet to be seen here in NEPA, it seems there is some hope for customers' wallets.
Communities shouldn't have to choose between reliability, affordability, and development that will boost local tax revenues and support community development.
Avery Nape, 2822 News.
In other news today, a hometown hero banner with former President Biden's name on it is drawing mixed reactions in Scranton. The banner was put up by the Greenridge Neighborhood Association at the beginning of the month. The 46th president lived on North Washington Avenue for the first 10 years of his life before his family moved to Delaware. The president of the association recognizes Biden never served in the military, and the group did expect political backlash for a variety of reasons, but not to the level they have seen on social media.
Some veterans became aware of it, and they were upset at the fact that we appeared to be honoring President Biden as a veteran when he was not a veteran. We're well aware of that he was not a veteran.
Now, veterans at an area VFW post tell us they firmly feel the hometown hero banners should only be used for people who actually served in the military. And this is where a constable was stabbed in Scranton. Police say a tenant of Adams High Rise who was being evicted jabbed that constable yesterday. The man was taken into custody, as you see here. It's not clear yet what charges he faces. Police trying to track down this man wanted for an attempted homicide in Carbon County. Troopers say 32-year-old Edwin Vasquez took off after he shot and assaulted a woman near Weatherly over the weekend. The 29-year-old victim was treated at the hospital and released. There's a warrant out for his arrest. No cause yet of that devastating fire over the weekend in Northumberland County. The fast-moving blaze on Scott Street in Coltmont damaged 5 homes Saturday. 12 people are now without a place to stay. 2 of the homes have been torn down, and the Red Cross is helping several of those fire victims. Fire experts reminding everyone this time of year also comes with an increased risk of house fires. From decorations and lights to cooking big holiday meals, many common traditions can quickly turn dangerous. That's why the Hanover Township Fire Department sees a spike in fire calls this time of year.
Increasing fire problems for us would be the way people take care of their trees, not watering them, not electrically being proper with them, extension cords. Those type of things are very dangerous this time of year.
And officials also say to make sure your smoke alarm batteries are changed every 6 months and the alarms are replaced every 10 years. They also remind everyone carbon monoxide alarms need to be replaced every 7 years. Jews around the world celebrated the second night of Hanukkah, and the holiday was marked with an historic first in Luzerne County. People gathered at Wyoming Seminary Upper School in Kingston last night to light this 9-foot outdoor menorah. It was donated by several area families. Rabbi Larry Kaplan from Temple Israel in Wilkes-Barre led the ceremony with traditional Hebrew prayers and songs. Jewish students on campus say they appreciate seeing their faith publicly recognized through that outdoor lighting ceremony.
I just think it's really great bringing the Jewish community together. I mean, at SEM, there's a small Jewish community, so I think just supporting one another and coming together is really important.
Even a little bit of light can fill a whole lot of darkness. So we're hoping that every night that we add a light to the Hanukkah menorah, it's going to be adding a lot more light to that darkness.
And after the lighting, the celebration moved inside, where families and students sang songs, lit smaller menorahs, and enjoyed festive foods. That Powerball jackpot continues to grow after nobody picked all the right numbers last night. Well, here they were, the winners: 23, 35, 59, 63, 68 with the Powerball 2. Now tomorrow night's jackpot rolling over to an estimated $1.25 billion with a cash value of more than $570 million, giving players another chance to dream big this holiday season. It's the second biggest Powerball prize this year. You might remember that $1.7 billion winner on September 6th. As fans around the world mourn the loss of Rob Reiner, investigators trying to get to the bottom of his and his wife's murders. The latest developments is the director's son taken into custody.
Today.
Co-stars and fans alike are mourning Rob Reiner as authorities continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the killings of the longtime director and his wife. Bradley Blackburn reports that Reiner's son is behind bars, charged with those killings.
At Rob Reiner's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, fans left flowers Monday to honor a man at the center of American entertainment for decades.
I think Rob Reiner was a fantastic, talented storyteller and actor, and moreover, he was just a really, really kind, decent human being.
Reiner and his wife Michelle were found dead Sunday, stabbed multiple times in their home in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. Their bodies were discovered by their daughter, who called 911. LAPD arrested Reiner's 32-year-old son, Nick.
Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case. He was subsequently booked for murder and is being held on $4 million bail.
Bail has since been revoked, and Nick Reiner is being held at this correctional facility. He has a history of substance abuse problems and stints in rehab, but appeared often with his dad, including recently at the September premiere of Spinal Tap 2. Reiner, who was known for his political activism, was also remembered in Washington.
Our prayers go out to the Reiner family, the survivors, and everybody who's affected by this.
But President Trump has drawn criticism for what he said after the news.
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned.
I think President Trump should have said nothing.
Former Presidents Obama and Clinton were among those who paid tribute to Reiner, with Clinton writing Reiner inspired and uplifted millions.
And Michelle Reiner was a photographer, and one of her earliest jobs was shooting a cover photo for Trump's book, The Art of the Deal. And that takes us to our Instapoll question of the day. Are you bothered by the remarks President Trump made regarding Rob Reiner's death? You can vote on our Instapoll by scanning the QR code on your screen on 2822news.com or the drop-down menu on our app. After you do that, head to our Facebook page and leave a comment about why you chose that option, and it could be featured in one of our newscasts. And Trump is suing the BBC for $10 billion, accusing the broadcaster of defamation. The president says the BBC spliced audio of his speech in a way that made it seem like he directed supporters to storm the Capitol on January 6th. The BBC apologized to Trump, calling it an error in judgment. However, they say there is no legal basis for that lawsuit. Excuse me. And authorities have released video of a person of interest in the deadly shooting at Brown University. The images are believed to show the same person that was seen calmly walking away from the scene of the shooting that killed 2 students and hurt 9 others Saturday. Meanwhile, there is growing memorial for the victims, including a sophomore who was vice president of the college's Republicans and a freshman who had dreams of becoming a neurosurgeon.
Brown's grieving. I'm grieving. The loss of him will be felt throughout this community.
And law enforcement remained on the scene of that building where the shooting took place, looking for clues. University officials have canceled all remaining classes and exams for this semester. And hundreds gathered at Sydney's Bondi Beach to honor the victims of that terror attack that targeted a Hanukkah celebration. Israel's ambassador to Australia was among those who came to lay flowers and pray. 15 people killed, dozens of others hurt in that attack. Authorities say the suspected gunmen are a father and son who were driven by Islamic State ideology. The older gunman died, but the 24-year-old is still in the hospital. Yesterday, Australian leaders agreed to overhaul the country's already tough gun control laws. 4 people suspected of plotting a New Year's Eve bombing in California have been arrested. Officials identified the suspects as members of an anti-government group known as the Turtle Island Liberation Front. The group is accused of plotting to set off a series of bombings on New Year's Eve and target ICE agents. They were arrested last week in the desert, where authorities say they attempted to build and detonate explosive devices as part of a test run. We'll get a look at Logan's forecast coming up next. A little bit of sunshine out there, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's making it feel any better, Logan.
No, it still feels pretty cold. Yeah, with this morning we had temperatures into the teens, single digits, and getting back up at least slowly into the 20s right now for most areas. Currently, live look right now in Pottsville, you can see plenty of sunshine, beautiful blue sky out there, but still pretty cold. Don't let that sun fool you as we take a live look right now here in Wilkes-Barre. Pretty similar story as well, where we have plenty of sunshine, maybe just a few clouds trying to pass on through, but other than that, things are relatively quiet. What's not moving on visible satellite is still the deep snowpack, and you can certainly see that, especially farther south and east, where this weekend they were able to pick up a lot of snow, especially in the higher elevations here. Up towards our northern tier, still we can see a little bit of cloud cover even off to northwestern Pennsylvania, but otherwise we still have plenty of sunshine really for most of PA. For a wider picture here, you could see we still have some lake effect activity to our north, but otherwise here across Pennsylvania we have pretty much a clear sky and lots of sunshine, and slowly helping to warm us up here. Right now, currently at 21, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, 19 for Mount Pocono, 19 for Pottsville, and currently at 22 in Williamsport. So as we look at those winds, at least they're not adding to any of the chill today. They're pretty light, say around 5 miles per hour. Not expecting those to really budge too much more for the rest of the day. Temperatures over the next 12 hours reaching back up into the upper 20s to near 30 for some spots. Most of the higher elevations staying in the 20s though. And then for tonight, we'll be falling back and staying into the lower 20s. Here's a look at your futurecast here for today. The rest of the afternoon still looks pretty nice, mostly to partly sunny, maybe some added clouds, potentially mixing in here a little bit later on. Then as we go throughout your Wednesday, we'll likely favor more clouds than sun. Maybe a chance for a flurry or so, but I think you'll have a better chance for that farther north into New York State. Then as we get into Thursday, most of the daytime looks pretty quiet. We're going to be tracking this front pushing through. Out ahead of it, though, will be pretty mild. Temperatures will be into the 40s. We'll start to see the snow melting here, at least today, or for tomorrow and also for Thursday. But then this front is going to push through. Pretty strong cold front. We'll see rain pushing through here as we get into Thursday night. And that's where we'll actually see our highest temperature. We'll try to approach near 50 by around midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning for Friday. But then right behind it, though, that colder air is back. And that could change back some of those rain showers to even a few snow showers on the backside. And then we'll see temperatures pretty much fall throughout the rest of your day on Friday. So as we look here at all the temperatures that we've had so far for December, for at least Avoca, every single day we've had below average temperatures. At least this week we'll start to see a little bit of a change as temperatures warm up a little bit more. So average highs typically this time of year upper 30s to near 40. At least we'll be approaching above average territory by the end of this week. Mind you, that 50 degree that you see for Friday is likely going to happen when you're sleeping, and then by the rest of Friday we're back into the 30s. So for today, mostly to partly sunny, highs will be into the upper 20s, and then for tonight, partly cloudy, seasonably cold, lows are going to fall to near 20. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So for Wednesday, expecting more clouds than sun with highs near 40, so a little bit better with our temperatures. And then for Thursday, we'll expect more clouds and sunshine. Rain develops overnight, and some rain, some snow showers here for Friday. Remember that 50, that will be early morning. The rest of the day will be cold and windy. And then for Friday and into Saturday and Sunday, we'll expect still more clouds and sun. First day of winter there on Sunday, Tom. And it already feels like we've had our fair share of winter weather so far this December.
Yeah,
but
officially on Sunday, but it's happened 2 or 3 weeks before.
We still got a long ways to go.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Logan. Well, it's the most wonderful time of the year, and we are making it even better with the 12 Days of Streaming Sweepstakes. You can enter by downloading the 2822 Now app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. Launch the app, find the QR code, scan it, and enter your information to win prizes, including $1,500 in groceries from SureSafe. Remember, you can only enter on the 2822 Now app. Coming up, helping the community with daily necessities, the students behind the Blessing Box. The focus of this week's Here's to You Kids coming up.
deserves.
Some students in Luzerne County are credited with helping bring back something their school did not have for the past few years. Their goal is to share their blessings with those who are less fortunate. 2822's Mark Hiller explains what it's all about in today's Here's to You, Kid.
How about Ultramax baking soda? That works.
The products being sorted inside a classroom at Wyoming Area Catholic School are not necessarily for kids enrolled there. In fact, the items may not even be for people these students ever met. The household goods, personal care items, and non-perishable food are donations collected by the school's Builders Club for something called a blessing box.
When I started this year with the club, the kids were like, oh, are we going to do that? I'm like, great, let me get the permission from my principal. She was on board with it. So then the biggest thing was actually getting the box made.
The school reached out for help, hoping someone would step forward.
And we were lucky enough to have a family that was able to donate their time and effort and cost of the whole entire box and was able to get what we have out there now.
Students in the Builders Club soon got word that they could get the blessing box started.
I felt very excited to do it.
Fifth grader Chloe Kelly is among the student participants.
I thought it would be a good idea because I love helping people who are less fortunate than us and making them have more things that they need.
I love cinnamon toasters.
Pitching in is something personal for Chloe's sister, too.
Just to mostly give back to the community because they do so much stuff for so many things for our school. And it's just nice to give back.
Right now, there's a lot of needs out there with families that they're struggling.
Doing something about that is putting lessons learned at this school into practice.
Jesus was very generous to all the people of his time who needed things. And so it's kind of like we're playing the role of Jesus.
Ms. Kaleo already received 5 boxes of donated goods days before the blessing box was to be put into place.
Expiration date says 2026.
That's wonderful.
The message on the blessing box says it all. Take what you need, leave what you can.
I hope they feel like they could also help donate and stuff, and if they need the stuff, to not feel like embarrassed to take it and stuff.
The box will be placed at the top of Wyoming Area Catholic School at the sidewalk along Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. Students with the Builders Club will help stock the blessing box during their recess time.
I do think it's going to help the community a lot, and it's going to inspire other people in the community.
Here's to you, Wyoming Area Catholic School Builders Club. Mark Hiller, 2822 News.
And we have an update now on Wyoming Area Catholic Schools blessing box. Students posed last week in front of the box that you can see is fully stocked with supplies. And the plan is to run the blessing box year-round and hopefully continue it for years to come. And if you know somebody who you think would make a great Here's to You Kid, let Mark know at 2822news.com. Another look at your forecast coming up.
Rest of the day still looks pretty nice. Mostly to partly sunny here. Temperatures still in the upper 20s. Then for tomorrow, we'll warm up a little bit more. We'll be near 40. More clouds and sun. Maybe a stray flurry, perhaps a weak snow shower Otherwise, Thursday looks like we'll have more clouds and sun during the day, but then rain arrives overnight. And that continues into Friday morning. On the backside of there, it could be even a few snow showers. That high of 50 technically happens overnight, so we'll be falling throughout the rest of the day as it will be windy. And then heading into the weekend, Tom, looking for more clouds and sun. Pretty quiet. Temperatures 30s and 40s. First day of winter on Sunday. So
First day of winter, really?
Yeah, I know. We've been living through it, I feel like, for weeks, right?
You got it. Thank you. Finding some teddy bears, some good homes when we come right back. Well, we do the same thing in our area, and hockey fans in South Dakota are getting pumped for a tradition, and it's not just the game itself. Tyler Lauder takes us to the ice to see the rain of teddy bears, all going to good homes.
As soon as the first rush goal was scored, hundreds of stuff that now have been delivered to kids at Monument Health.
Into a hospital environment where it's not always the happiest place. Our guys bring an energy, a positivity, and teddy bears. I think having the teddy bears and the partners to get this great thing done puts a lot of smiles on a lot of faces, our guys included.
It's been, I think, one of the most exciting things I look forward to, especially this year, seeing how big of an impact it had on our kiddos last year. Usually it brings a good smile to their face when they're not super excited to be here, and then it kind of becomes their little support stuffy if they weren't able to bring theirs from home.
Every player hopes to score the first goal and set off the toss each year.
Super exciting for us. I think you could kind of tell in the first period we were trying to get a lot of shots on net and to get that goal, and just to see all the bears flying and stuff like that onto the ice is pretty cool. It's awesome. Yeah, we're all super excited to do it. Obviously, just to bring some light to some of these kids' days.
The hockey community really embraces the teddy bear toss. We're able to impact this community and this hospital and these kids, so that's what we want to focus on, and it's tremendous.
In Rapid City, Tyler Lauder, KELOLAND News.
A lot of rinks do that.
Yeah,
we do that
it's
at
right here
Mohegan
at
Sun in the
Mohegan.
Wilkes-Barre area too.
To see them all just hit the ice is so neat, right?
Exactly.
You collect them all.
Got to think of the kids. Gianna joins us now.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, all right, turning to some top trending stories this morning. Santa is bringing Mariah Carey another record. For her record, if her wish is for that song to be the longest running #1 in Billboard history, she's got it. Today marked its 20th week at the top of the Hot 100. And that streak is likely to grow. The song was first released in 1994, but started charting relatively recently in 2019. Wow, I would have thought it would have been a lot sooner.
So what does that mean? So for the last 20 weeks, that's been the #1 song. So going back to like what, July?
July?
I don't know.
Maybe like Christmas in July.
Oh no! It's
Okay, Logan's
Logan,
who's a big Mariah Carey.
Big Mariah fan. He says non-consecutive.
It's because of all the holiday seasons the past several years.
We should. Can we mic Logan here? What are you saying now, Logan?
No, it was from all the holiday seasons since 2019. Like every December it's charted.
From 2019.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Though
glad you cleared that up for us.
It probably was listened to in July.
All right, the Mariah Carey consultant.
He was listening to it on the 4th of July. That's for sure. All right.
Big fan over there.
A giant elf on the shelf in Arizona spreading holiday magic from above. The giant elf on the spire has returned to Scottsdale for several seasons. The 40-foot tall elf has climbed the spire. The elf stays on the 125-foot tall statue to keep watch and, of course, report back to Santa. You got to watch out. The elf is watching. That is neat, though.
Yes, you never had an elf on the shelf, right?
I did not. That was like...
Oh, it's so magical.
Yeah, I know, and I know the
You
kids
missed
love
out
that.
a little
I
bit
missed
on
on that
that
tradition.
one.
So
That's really
maybe
neat.
for
If you don't
grandkids
have
someday.
one, go get an elf on the shelf. There you go. All right, well, if you still got some Christmas shopping to do, here's something for the person who likes to travel. It's called the ostrich pillow. Where'd the guy
No,
go?
thank you.
I don't think I see the man anymore. Well, the manufacturer says it's ideal for a number of different scenarios, from long-haul flights to daily commuting. The thing slips over your head, as you can see, and the whole design allows to insert your hands to help support your head on a desk for some naps at work. Wait, that's amazing. Look at that guy.
It should
just
not
laying
be
there.
the ostrich
What if you
bill.
see me like that at work?
It should be
What do
the
you do?
elephant man, not the ostrich bill. That's what it looks like. If you come to work
Can you
like
still
that,
breathe?
yeah, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in if you come with that.
All right, tomorrow it is.
We're going to check out our forecast.
I could see Logan like that.
With wearing that? No, Gian, I think we need to get that for Tom. That should be his like gag
I
Christmas
know.
gift.
He'll be
My
like
gag
right
gift.
on the
But it's
desk.
$100. I got one on Amazon when we were
expensive.
traveling back in October for like $10, but I didn't look like the elephant man though wearing it.
John, I would love to see Tom walk into our morning meetings with that on.
And just like head down on
Just
the
say
desk.
nothing, yeah, and just
You
show
don't
up.
even see him
I
anymore?
think that would be hilarious. I'm tempted to get Tom that. No, I'm telling you. What's that, Gianna?
Pick a color and we'll decide.
Yes, yes. Temperatures right now 20s currently, 26 right now Towanda, 20 for Montrose, 21 Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, 19 currently in Lock Haven, and also Pottsville into the upper teens. As we look at the winds, at least they're not strong today. They're pretty light across the board, anywhere around 5 miles per hour. Not expecting these winds to really gust too much more for the rest of the day. For a wider picture, we have plenty of sunshine across Pennsylvania, though you do notice some clouds off to our north and west. Some of those will kind of mix in here this afternoon, so we'll call it mostly to partly sunny for the rest of our day. But Tom and Gianna, we are talking about a little bit of a warming trend, but also some rain and even some snow showers we'll try to mix in. We'll have more on that, on what to expect coming up in just a few minutes.
I'm going to put a bag over my head if I have to watch your forecast. It's just too cold.
Well, no, we got you that already covered, so
Yeah.
you're good.
How about for this, Tom? Decorating the Christmas tree, one of the joys of the holiday season.
Yes, for some people. But one town is putting a maritime twist on their Christmas tree. Ken Houston takes us to Connecticut to see it.
Ah, the Christmas tree, one of the oldest signs of the holiday season. But no one decorates quite like a group of people from a small town in Connecticut.
Welcome to the Stonington Lobster Trap Tree. What you're looking at is 460 traps that were purchased brand new to create this beautiful exhibit.
Which is decorated with 178 buoys, not exactly a traditional Christmas tree ornament. Each one, weighing about 30 pounds, is hand-painted by talented artists from across.
This one here is in honor of Ruth Buzzy, a famous actress who's from Stonington, Connecticut.
Located not far from the Stonington Harbor, the tree's maritime theme means a great deal to the locals.
We have Connecticut's last commercial fishing village. We have the perfect reason to celebrate our community.
This is the 5th year for the lobster trap tree to stand as the town's main attraction.
Another interesting fact is no machinery is used whatsoever in the building of this tree. It is 100% done by hand.
Susan Scala is a local artist who was there on day one, lending her talents to the project.
And all of a sudden, everybody wanted to be in it, and everybody wanted to be part of those buoys. And now we've got this explosion of art and creativity. It draws people, and it helps small businesses, and it's helping my village.
And people start lining up nightly at 4:15, anxious to see the tree come to life at 4:30. Caroling and jazz ensembles are also part of the holiday magic. Stonington, a great place to find unique holiday cheer when cruising Connecticut.
That's definitely one of a kind. I've never seen that before.
Like the maritime spin on Christmas.
All
That's
the
pretty
different
cool.
colors.
All right, shopping habits changing this holiday season.
And look at why younger generations are shopping much older when we return.
Well, some shops are cashing in on an interesting trend for the holiday season as millennials and Gen Z look backwards for their Christmas gifts.
Duncan McLean visited a retro resale shop to get the 411 as 90s and 2000 trends make a big return.
We specialize in vintage and upcycled streetwear.
The owners of Rewind Grand Rapids have been selling vintage clothing on eBay since 2012, riding the rising tides of anti-fast fashion.
Vintage Detroit line stuff always does well. Carhartt jackets are always good this time of year. Big baggy pants and cargo pants.
And band tees. Everyone loves band tees.
2025 holiday shopping trends boldly going where many have gone before, pushing younger shoppers for styles more gnarly, funky, and fly.
You can find some very unique, I don't mind matching with other people, but I like to have my own unique style.
Totally tight style is one thing, but there's also a sustainability angle to these resale shops.
It just kind of helps with the fast fashion, all of that, just being thrown away all the time.
I think people are getting used to the idea that clothing can be reused and reworn and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be worn once and gotten rid of, filling up a landfill somewhere.
It's more than just style and sustainability driving this trend. Survey data shows that shoppers this year are more interested in buying gifts that last, which has people realizing that old adage is true. They just don't make it like they used to.
Nothing beats made in USA cotton from the 90s, so you can't beat that quality. Stuff that's 20 years or older seems to last. A lot of the stuff made in USA is still lasting 30, 40 years.
All that adds up to mondo traffic inside these local resale stores. And data from MasterCard's annual survey of holiday shopping behaviors backs it up. Around 2/3 of millennials and Gen Z shoppers are increasing the amount they spend on second-hand gifts this year, continuing a now 5-year-long trend.
Since COVID, it's only gotten more popular. I mean, a lot of the goods and products are 4 or 5x the value that they were back then when we were doing it pre-COVID.
Local behavior and national data proving upcycling really is all that. So, can you dig it?
And Logan has a sweater just like that guy.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it. He's going to have your forecast. We'll come right back.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Tuesday morning. Out the door was a cold start, temperatures into the teens, single digits. And live look right now from our Scranton camera right downtown. Conditions look really nice. Nice, beautiful blue sky with lots of sun. Also, the view here across our southern tier as well. Pontsville looks nice. Really no clouds in the sky here across parts of the southern tier at least. But you can see with satellite what's not moving with the white showing up is the snowpack. And some of that is certainly deep, especially the farther southeast you go. But what is moving, though, especially up towards northwestern Pennsylvania, is some of the higher level clouds that will start to kind of mix in here as we go into the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly to partly sunny the rest of the day. And satellite radar showing quiet conditions across Pennsylvania and throughout the mid-Atlantic. Still a little bit of lake effect activity up towards New York State. Right now, 21 Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, 19 Malpocono, 21 for Pottsville, 24 for Bloomsburg, and right now in Williamsport at 22. Winds are going to be pretty light here for the rest of the day, say around 5 miles per hour. What you see here is what we'll kind of expect here for the rest of the afternoon. Otherwise, looking at your planner, mostly to partly sunny sky for today. Temperatures into the mid to upper 20s for high temperatures. Maybe a few spots in the central Pennsylvania valleys. Try to get to near 30, but overall still pretty cold and below average today. Looking at temperatures tonight, won't be quite as cold. Many spots will be in the upper teens and lower 20s, but after this morning where we had many areas into the lower teen single digits, at least it will be a little bit better as you're out the door tomorrow morning, but nonetheless still cold. As we look at Futurecast, we're expecting mostly to partly sunny sky for the rest of the day. And then as we get into tomorrow, we'll have more clouds and sunshine, maybe a spot or two, maybe sees a flurry, perhaps a brief snow shower, especially the farther north you live, but otherwise more clouds than sunshine will be expected. A few more flurries, a few snow showers into New York State. Then as we get into Thursday, looking for another quiet day for the most part for the daytime. We will expect still more clouds and sun. We're going to be tracking this pretty strong cold front pushing through here by Thursday night. So this will start to bring us a period of rain, and some of that could be a little bit steady, perhaps heavy at times. And then behind that, we will be looking for temperatures to fall pretty quickly early Friday morning and for the rest of the day, to the fact that we could even see a few snow showers on the backside. And then the rest of Friday looks pretty quiet as we get into the evening time frame. So across the northern tier for today, 27 Carbondale, 30 for Tunkhannock. For the Poconos this afternoon, 25 for Mount Pocono, 32 for Stroudsburg, Honesdale at 27. For the southern tier, 30 for Pottsville, 28 for the high today in Shamokin. Susquehanna River Valley also into the lower 30s this afternoon, and still below average typically right around 40. And our Valley City high temperatures will be into the upper 20s. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. So as we get into Wednesday, we're expecting more clouds and sun, temperatures near 40. And then heading into Thursday, looking for still the clouds around, and most of the day is quiet, but we will expect rain by Thursday night into Friday morning. Temperatures there for Friday, that 50 is pretty much early in the morning, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and then falling back to the 30s and then eventually 20s Friday night. And then Tom and John looks like it's pretty quiet, at least so far for the upcoming weekend. First day of winter there on Sunday. So at least temperatures a little bit better. I know we've been stuck in the freezer, I feel like, for the past several weeks, but things are starting to moderate and a little bit above average by the end of this week.
Above average is good.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll take it. Thanks, Logan. All right, well, a little reminder, now is the time to show that special woman in your life some extra love. Until Friday, you can nominate her for our Remarkable Women 2026 contest at 2822news.com/contest. She can be anyone from a frontline worker to a bedside worker, or however you feel. She is amazing and inspiring. One extraordinary woman, though, will be selected as our grand prize winner to travel to Nashville and participate in the National Remarkable Women Celebration, which will happen early next year, and she will also receive a donation to her favorite charity. A reminder, those nominations open until Friday, so nominate now.
Still have time.
Yes.
Well, 4 legs and a wagging tail can bring a little extra joy to any office.
We'll go visit one special furry friend who's lending a helping hand to her handler and lifting the spirits of everyone around them when we come back.
Avenue.
Well, inside a healthcare building in Ohio, one special pair is spreading joy this holiday season.
Jennifer Jordan reports a service dog named Dee Dee and her handler proving compassion and a wagging tail can change everything.
In the middle of a very serious workspace, there is a duo bringing smiles, warmth, and a whole lot of heart this holiday season. Meet Dee Dee, a 4-year-old yellow lab service dog that roams the halls of University Hospital's main campus with her handler, executive assistant Min Martin, who has been living with significant vision loss since birth.
It's not a genetic defect, it's a optic nerve damage. When other people have 20/20 vision, I have 2700 vision. That just means what other people can see 700 feet, I would need to be at 20 feet.
But about a year and a half ago, the 42-year-old's life would change for the better. After spending 2 years on a waiting list, she finally got the call she had been waiting for from the Guide Dog Foundation based in New York. An intensive 2-week training session would quickly follow to confirm she and Dee Dee were a match.
If you've had dogs before, just learning the 6 a.m. wake-up call and, you know, just being out in the cold, in the dark, and they, I don't want to say they ran us, but they were very hands-on every moment.
It was a perfect match. Dee Dee now works alongside Min every day inside UH's executive wing, a space filled with meetings, deadlines, and polished hallways. Min's boss, Chief Nursing Officer Melissa Hunt, says the delightful duo have become a bright spot in a challenging world.
When Dee Dee is got quiet time and it's time that Dee Dee can be able to play, Min will allow people to interact with Dee Dee, and who loves pets and scratches and is a classic happy little lab. But when she's at work, she is completely at work.
From guiding Min through public transportation, busy hallways, and office spaces, Dee Dee's presence has been life-changing. Colleagues even throwing Min a thoughtful puppy shower, marking the beginning of a beautiful partnership that goes far beyond the office.
When you do have a good workplace, she does increase the spirit of the whole company, not just my own world. You get to spread it to everyone else. Are you ready to go home?
Oh, what they can do for humans is unmatched.
Just like your Brody.
Yep,
a
just
gold.
like them. So special. All right, a look at PA Live when we come back. All right,
All right, it's the
Go
most
ahead.
wonderful time of
Take
the
it
year.
over.
Yeah, we're making it even better with the 12 days of streaming sweepstakes. You can enter by downloading the 2822 Now app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. Launch the app, find the QR code, scan it, and enter your information to win some cool prizes, including $1,500 in groceries from SureSave. Logan spent.
With what
You
credit
can only
card?
enter on the 2822 Now app.
Tom's credit card.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
mine.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not giving you those digits.
He just doesn't know yet.
Darn. I was really hoping for some plane tickets, you know, to maybe go a little
feel
south. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
enter.
Great
Go
idea.
enter.
We're stuck here.
Any prizes on PA Live coming up?
Would you consider food a prize?
Okay.
A recipe
Yeah.
a prize?
Yeah,
Speaking
sure,
of
we'll take
Shore
that.
Safe, so we're making cranberry goat cheese crostinis.
Oh.
So
That
yesterday
sounds
we
different.
kicked off our new series, Crock Pot series. Every Monday we're going to spot like a local culinary creative. They're going to come on and show us how to create a crock pot series. So yesterday we did red wine, braised rosemary, lamb chops.
I think I saw this. This is your first time trying them,
it
right?
was amazing.
Did you like them?
I loved them.
All
So
right.
today we're continuing with some festive
Good
holiday
feedback.
fun, and we're doing cranberry goat cheese crostinis.
Awesome.
I cannot wait to try them.
Yeah,
I'm
and you
super
know where our
excited for them.
desks are over there.
I'm gonna leave some presents on each one of y'all's desks for y'all to taste
Those will
it.
be our prizes.
Please
Yeah.
do. We'll
Yeah,
take
We'll
it.
it doesn't
take
take much to make us happy. One last check of the forecast. Still looking for a mostly to partly sunny sky. Temperatures upper 20s today. A little bit warmer tomorrow. More clouds than sun, and still the clouds will be around here for Thursday. There will be rain developing overnight Thursday night to Friday morning. The high of 50 continues to fall throughout the day, and then we're back to the 20s Friday night.
I
So,
like that 50.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be when you're sleeping. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank it.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. You.
2822 News at Noon starts right now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Gianna Gali. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is in Pennsylvania this afternoon. He is currently near Allentown, where his speech started at 10 o'clock and is expected to speak about the economy and what the Trump administration is doing to address inflation. His visit follows Trump's visit to the Poconos last week to discuss affordability.
We're excited to be back in Lehigh County, Pennsylvania. We're going to talk about all the things that we're trying to do to lower prices and make life more affordable for American families. We know people suffered a lot under the policies of the Biden administration. We're working very hard to correct those problems.
And polls show that the majority of Americans do not approve of the way the administration has been handling the economy. Healthcare costs are one affordability issue that's top of mind as lawmakers near the deadline to address rising costs. Millions of Americans will see their health insurance premiums skyrocket January 1st if lawmakers do not vote to extend COVID-era tax credits. Democrats want to extend those credits for 1 to 3 years, while Republicans oppose the extension or ask for spending cuts in return. So far, lawmakers don't seem close to a compromise.
I want all money going to the people and let the people buy their own health care. It'll be unbelievable. They'll do a great job. They'll get much better health care at a much lower cost.
The Republican legislation that will be on the floor this week does nothing to keep health care affordable for everyday Americans, and they know it.
A House vote is expected this week. We'll expect those thermometers to begin slightly rising. Am I right, Logan?
Yeah, a little bit of a warming trend here this week, Gianna, but yeah, not the case at least for today. We're still talking temperatures right now. Even if you're stepping out, maybe go grab some lunch. Currently 26 for Tunkhannock, 23 Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, 22 in Mount Pocono, and right now 22 as well for Lock Haven. At least those winds not overly strong. They're around maybe 5 miles per hour from many spots, so at least it's not adding too much of a wind chill factor for today. So we'll expect those winds to remain pretty light going into the rest of the afternoon. Satellite radar showing still some flurries, some snow showers to the north of us, but we've had a decent amount of sun here over Pennsylvania. We'll start to see some mid to high level clouds streaming in a little bit more heading into the afternoon, otherwise mostly to partly sunny. Gianna, we're going to talk about that warming trend, how warm it's going to get, and also we do have some rain, some snow to talk about. Details in just a few minutes.
All right, Logan, we'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you. This just in this afternoon, crews are on the scene of a fire in Luzerne County where smoke is said to be pouring out of the windows. We do not know much about yet what that fire on McLean Street in DuPont has been caused from, but those crews are there, as you can see, in heavy active response to that scene. So we will bring you the latest as that information comes available on 2822news.com and here on air. Well, with PPL's recent rate hike request, many customers are wondering if it's connected to the rise in data centers here in the region. PPL has pledged 20.5 gigawatts of power to data centers across Pennsylvania and say that the agreements come with energy and financial terms that would protect residential users from paying more. They say data center customers would be financially responsible for any grid upgrades that benefit them, would share the cost of all other grid upgrades, and may actually lower transmission cost for other customers.
We expect that with the first gigawatt of data centers that come online, customers will see about a 10% decrease in their transmission system costs.
And while the impacts of data center development has yet to be seen here in NEPA, it seems there is some hope for customers' wallets. Mixed reactions over former President Joe Biden on a Hometown Hero banner hung in Scranton. The banner was put up by the Green Ridge Neighborhood Association at the beginning of December. The 46th president lived on North Washington Avenue for the first 10 years of his life before moving to Delaware. The president of the association recognizes that Joe Biden never served in the military, and the group did expect some political backlash for a variety of reasons, but not to the level they have seen on social media.
Some veterans became aware of it, and they were upset at the fact that we appeared to be honoring President Biden as a veteran when he was not a veteran. We're well aware of that he was not a veteran.
Veterans at a local VFW tell 2822 News they firmly feel the Hometown Hero banner should only be used for people who served in the military. It's not clear what charges this man taken into custody faces for stabbing a constable. Police say a tenant of Adams High Rise who was being evicted jabbed the constable at this location yesterday. We'll let you know when we learn more. And police are trying to track down the man wanted for an attempted homicide in Carbon County. Troopers say 32-year-old Edwin Vasquez took off after he shot and assaulted a woman near Weatherly over the weekend. The 29-year-old female has been released from the hospital. They have now issued an arrest warrant for Vasquez. And still no cause of that devastating fire over the weekend in Northumberland County. The fast-moving fire on Scott Street in Coltmont damaged 5 homes. 12 people are now without a place to stay. 2 of the homes have been torn down. The Red Cross is helping several of those victims. And fire experts are reminding everyone that this time of the year also comes with an increased risk of house fires. From decorations and lights to cooking that large holiday meal at home, many common traditions can quickly turn dangerous. The Hanover Township Fire Department sees a spike in fire calls this time of year.
Increasing fire problems for us would be the way people take care of their trees, not watering them, not electrically being proper with them, extension cords, those type of things are very dangerous this time of year.
Officials also say to make sure that your smoke alarm batteries are changed every 6 months and replaced every 10 years. They also remind everyone that carbon monoxide alarms need to be replaced every 7 years. Well, the Jewish community celebrated the second night of Hanukkah around the world, and the holiday was marked with a historic first in Luzerne County. A large group gathered at Wyoming Seminary Upper School in Kingston last night to light a 9-foot outdoor menorah. It was donated by several area families. Rabbi Larry Kaplan from Temple Israel in Wilkes-Barre led the ceremony with traditional Hebrew prayers and songs. Jewish students on campus say they appreciate seeing their faith publicly recognized.
I just think it's really great bringing the Jewish community together. I mean, at SEM, there's a small Jewish community, so I think just supporting one another and coming together is really important.
Even a little bit of light can fill a whole lot of darkness. So we're hoping that every night that we add a light to the Hanukkah menorah, it's going to be adding a lot more light to that darkness.
After the lighting, the celebration moved indoors where families and students sang songs, lit smaller menorahs, and enjoyed some festive foods. Well, the Powerball jackpot continues to surge after no big winner once again in last night's drawing. Those numbers were